Greetings, fellow YouTubers. It's your boy, Gothic King Cobra, back at you with another video. And this time it's an ASMR. I was out for a bit and the latest cooking video is still uploading. So while the latest cooking video is uploading, I'm going to record an ASMR making wands for the KINGCOBRAJFS wand store. Here's one that I finished already. Most excellent. Here's a wand I've been building for KINGCOBRAJFS wands for my next batch, and I'm going to examine it before I polish it. So far, it's not looking too bad. Now, the next step into completing this wand, I want to Mod Podge the entire wand, and then Mod Podge the handle as soon as that's done drying. And while that's drying, I want to carve another wand for the batch and continue the process. But yes, this is a wand making ASMR, making wands for my company, KINGCOBRAJFS Wands. Now, what makes these wands so shiny upon completion? This stuff right here. So, go open it up. Now the Mod Podge dries clear. It'll make it shiny and it'll seal. So what I wanted to do is I want to paint Mod Podge all over from here to about here, let it dry, and then do the handle after the fact. So when I said a wand making ASMR, I wasn't kidding, now was I? I think YouTube can get into this sort of thing, watching me craft wands from my store. Especially after fucking Facebook's like, oh, well, you can't smoke tobacco on live stream. Suck my ass burgers. But this one's just about completed. And take a nice healthy amount of Mod Podge and to make the wand part really shiny. It'll protect the paint as well, so it serves more than one purpose. It makes it really shiny and it protects the paint. And I'm taking a wand that I find, and how do I make these, you ask? Simple enough. I'll take a stick that I find here in town and some sandpaper, and I whittle these wands by hand. That's how you know they're KINGCOBRAJFS, just because they're whittled by hand. Handmade wands, of course. And I cannot tell you how many times people have said, bro, how much do you want for a wand? I started selling my wands on KINGCOBRAJFS Wands recently, and they sold out 5 minutes flat. That's pretty sweet, if I do say so myself. So there's a chance the next batch will sell out just as quickly. Now I'm adding a little bit of Mod Podge to this wand here. As soon as that's done drying, for the most part, I'll finish up the second half of it. But while that dries in session, I gotta get another wand started. So you're seeing a wand semi-complete. How the fuck does he make these so-called wands for his business that he calls KOBRAJFS wands? Well, glad you asked. You're tuning into another KINGCOBRAJFS video, a nice soothing ASMR of me sanding and crafting wands. I'm digging the way YouTube sets up live. It's simple as fuck. And of course, they changed YouTube Live the way it sets up conveniently after I get kicked off of Facebook for 30 days. But you know what? Now all this white stuff is going to dry clear, which will make it shiny. I'll add Mod Podge to the second half of the handle when I can. But I'm getting it coated, getting these wands cranked out as quickly as possible. Carving the wands doesn't take too terribly long, YouTube, but drying them in process, that's where the process comes into play. And anybody who has previously purchased the first batch of KOBRAJFS wands knows exactly what I'm talking about. I've seen a lot of people on Etsy who sell these chopsticks. They roll them in construction paper and use hot glue to make intricate designs. I mean, it works if you're trying to make wands on a mass production, but people have often said, well, your wands look so real. That's because they are. These are real handcrafted wands. I mean, people see the video of me fucking with magic around town. I posted on YouTube, and the same person that does that is also making his own wands. And the first batch sold out in 5 minutes. That's all the encouragement I need, to be quite honest. A sex doll would be fun. I mean, if I got the sex doll I wanted, that'd be cool, I guess. But I'm more focused on getting the car. Because right now, summer's right around the corner, and if I saved up the money I made from making wands to buy the Studebaker, that'd be sick. Plus all the YouTube donations I've made in the last couple of months from just doing YouTube Live. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? Like, come on now. You know, the good majority of this wand is just coated in Mod Podge. Most excellent. Yes, I've had a little bit to drink. Jack Daniels and Dr. Pepper. And then Jack Daniels, Dr. Pepper, and Mountain Dew. Different combinations. Just rolling like an old school rockstar villain, chilling, making wands. Watching this magic unfold, because these wands be looking bold. You done been told, sold in 5 minutes flat. Because you know where it's at, on the KINGCOBRAJFS channel. Rapping to you fresh skills. Rapping so good it's like chills in the winter's eve. I'll stop rapping for a second to let you relieve, just for 1 second. Picture it. So this wand's almost done. This will be added to the batch. And the good majority of this is covered in Mod Podge. This little section, and I want to hold it up on the vice clamp that's featured in the background of my videos. When that dries clear, I'll be able to do the bottom half of it, of course. But this looks funky as fuck, trust and believe, I know. But Mod Podge will dry clear. It gives those wands that shiny effect, and it protects the paint. Now, each batch of KOBRAJFS wands comes with a red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple wand, as well as a black and white wand, a white and black wand. There's 8. And that leaves one clear coated wand, like the one I just showcased at the beginning of the video. There's 9. And one crazy custom wand that's custom painted. There's 10. So I got a game plan figured out to where I can get these done from my store on Etsy. And I got these bomb-ass stickers that Death Main made for me, which will make the certificates a bit more authentic and personal. And of course, I want to thank Don Picton for helping me design that kick-ass logo. It helps bring a vision to life, and the new buttons look sick. I mean, when you live in Wyoming, there's nothing to do, and you're trying to stay out of trouble, and you're, handcrafting wands, basically. That's a great way to stay out of trouble. So I'm going to place this on the vice clamp. This is a wand almost finished, but what's a wand look like when it first starts? And these handheld wands, by the way, are going for $24 a pop. Crystal scepters are going for $34 a pop, and crystal staves $44 a pop, which is pretty reasonable considering that shipping will increase when you add crystals to these wands. But I can crank out these handheld wands pretty quickly. That's why they cost the least amount of money, because it doesn't take that long for me to make them. This is the kind of shit I do on Facebook Live. I'd make wands and talk to my fans, People have been saying, dude, your wands are sick. How much do you want for one? And you get told that enough years, eventually you're just like, you know what? Let's try making a business out of this, see where it takes me. They sell out in 5 minutes flat. And I'm like, dude, come on. That's opportunity knocking at your door. I'm not really worried about dating right now, to be honest. I'm more focused on making wands and on my music career and that sort of thing, and just having fun and hanging out with friends, I mean, if the right girl comes along in my life, sweet. If not, it's whatever, I'm not really stressing it at this point. It just seems like a stupid thing in life to stress, really. And watching this wand dry in my hand is not very entertaining, so we're going to move this over to the drying clamp. There's enough Mod Podge on here for it to seal, but not enough to drip on the floor. The reason why I brought the trash can next to me is so I can carve out and whittle another wand. So, and the vice clamp, there we go. All right. I've gathered another stick to make the yellow wand for the batch. I've already got a red wand and a clear coated wand ready for the batch. And of course, a crystal scepter, which is going into the next batch. So now that we've got that wand drying for the top half of the Mod Podge, we want to reseal it so it doesn't get out. Don't worry about the brush drying out a little bit. It's fine. This thing's small enough and it paints like it's supposed to. So, okay, for that, put this over here. Now, you can whittle out a wand pretty easily, but you're definitely going to want to have sandpaper for the shaping of it. Otherwise, you try carving it with a knife, and it's just like, sandpaper becomes your best friend when whittling out a wand. And literally, KINGCOBRAJFS wand starts with the basic stick like this. And some basic trimming and sanding and getting a feel for the stick and trying to visualize the wand beneath the stick. If anything, this is basically a blank canvas. and wish to create artwork. Because some people may view these wands as artwork. If you're a cosplayer looking for something for a sick costume, you practice the craft, or you're a fan of my channel, this is definitely a great outlet to support, you know. And most people be like, yo, we got a handmade wand by our favorite YouTuber. Fuck yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now, this one's not going to be too hard to carve out, but these nubs all around here are going to be coming off. And a good portion of this from like here to here is going to be smoothed out and pointed and all that sort of thing. So by the time I'm done shaping and carving this one, I can sit that down for a second, finish polishing the other side of the wand, more than likely, if it's done drying, of course. And yeah. Got my window open so I can smoke me tobacco and not have any headache about it. That's what I'm saying. That way the tobacco's not fogging out my apartment. The nice thing about smoking a pipe is the ash collapses in your bowl. You're not having to flick it into a tray, at least, you know. Sit and chill out with you for a minute on YouTube Live while the burger video uploads, or I should say my newest cooking video. But sitting here and rambling about stupid shit, that's not very entertaining. Where's the entertainment factor? Whittling wands for my business, there's the entertainment factor. That's right, KINGCOBRAJFS wands. ASMR. Let's see. This part right here make a pretty good handle. So like if we cut that little bit right there off and then kind of form the tip right there, yeah, I'm feeling that. Sometimes these sticks are a little bit thick, and this is about as thick as I want to go for a stick. Otherwise, sanding is just going to be a time factor, you know, which gives that one plenty of time to dry on the podge. So I don't mind sanding a stick this thick for the next one, because this gives me enough canvas to work with. Oh, fucking hell. You get to watch King Cobra carve a wand by hand for his business and shit. That has some appeal factor, I guess. Forming the tip is easy enough, but once you get the base started, you want a nice flat surface on either side of this right here to make a good handle. But I'm going to give it 2 snips to start off with. Whoa. That son of a bitch went flying. There we go. There's that for the tip. And look at a small section off right here for the handle. The small section will be a lot easier. Try to get him a nice uniform length, you know. All right. If I can't get all of the nubs off completely with the snippers, then that's when the sanding is going to come into play. This is like literally taking a stick and sculpting the wand from the said stick. And this is a good stick to craft a wand from, and this is giving me the perfect amount to work with. Take a bark carving knife, and went alongside with that. Good thing I didn't cut myself. No kidding. I almost started cutting, and I'm like, wait a second. So that's when you know you had enough to drink, when you damn near cut yourself with the fucking bark knife. Oh. I got the King Cobra making wands a little bit drunk. Okay, that has some entertainment factor to it. But I'm not being ridiculously loud about it. I'm just saying, like, some people are going to be curious, okay, how the fuck does he make these wands? So there's some appeal to it, I suppose, but not. It's dry enough that it's easy enough to carve. Flip that over and do the handle once. Now the sanding portion of this is going to look weird as fuck. So let's get all the dirty jokes, the ha-ha and the hee-hees out of the way, because, you know, bunch of perverted motherfuckers up in here. Because, you know, it's going to look funky as fuck. And a good portion of this shite isn't going to come off very easily. So sandpaper is going to be our best friend for this handle for the majority of it. Kind of visualize the handle there. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now what I'm doing, I'll scooch the chair back. So I'm holding the stick into the trash can like that and angling it so that all the shavings come off where they're supposed to. You get to see KOBRAJFS wands live in person. See how these wands are made. I mean, yeah, doing this kind of thing can be done by pretty much anyone, but it wouldn't have the same feel to it if it wasn't me making it, I guess. So there's, you know. Wood shavings, they clean that vacuum out. Take care of that at a more appropriate hour. The vacuum's kind of loud, but carving a wand, quiet as shit. And to make sanding the tip into the wand a bit more productive, and take these snippers, I'm going to snip the stick at an angle. Give it a nice point. The fucker goes flying too, you see that shit? If I snip it going diagonally one way, do the same thing facing the other direction and repeat the process 2 more times. It's got a nice angle to it. And then repeat the process 2 more times. Trying to snip that tip into the wood. That sounds bad, but no. But by the time it's said and done, it's gonna look like a wand. And it's gonna be sellable on KINGCOBRAJFS, so no telling when this next batch is gonna be done. But some basic sanding will take care of that. It's starting to form just a wee bit. Take a nice heavy grit sandpaper. The same process as before when sanded. Just like we carve it directly into the garbage can. But what smells good? I mean, Dumbledore's wand, for instance, has bumps on it, but that kind of sanding, you have to get a stick with the bumps are in just the right place to do something like that. So that's why a lot of people use chopsticks, construction paper, and hot glue and spray paint to make that design. But these right here are basically handcrafted wands. I take a stick, some sandpaper, and some carving utensils, and this first sand is going to get the wand portion of this really smooth. The second sanding is going to form the tip. The third and fourth sanding is going to form the handle. And once all that's formed, then we're going to add leather to the handle. Take this stick that I've carved out, and we're going to turn it into a wand. I'm basically showing you how to make your own wand, but again, selling them online, I mean, there's a certain appeal to me doing it, I guess. Because people are getting a wand crafted by their favorite YouTuber. And this is a great way to kill some time while I'm a little bit drunk anyway, so I like want to carve wands at least. showing off on YouTube a little bit, and show people that I'm not fucking around when I say handcrafted wands. And after sanding the stick smooth, the smell coming off of the wand wood is magnificent. This rough sandpaper is definitely taking care of the shaping of it. This is some heavy grade shit. Nice and smooth. I'll leave those two little bits right there for the handle and make the rest of it smooth. Make sure that this little bit right here is completely smoothed out. So I sit here, and whittle it out, so to speak. And this heavy grit sandpaper definitely takes care of the shaping of it, and then the lighter grit sandpaper is for making it really, really smooth. And by sanding it and carving it into said trash can, I'm minimizing my mess. Or at least trying to. The wand portion is smoothed out nicely. Got enough grit on the sandpaper to start foiling the tip at least. Maybe. Oh yeah. I've been making these wands is a multi-step process. You gotta carve them, cut them, sand them, paint them, dry them. You know. Tips definitely. I mean, I haven't completed the sanding, and you can definitely see a wand starting to form. I'm not even done sanding it, and you can definitely see a wand starting to form. I definitely found a nice point. Perfectly smoothed point. Okay, let's get the handle. I left the bark on the handle just for a reference. The sandpaper piece is pretty much shot. Do some more sanding on the wand here in a bit, but I want to get the handle more formed. Take a fresh piece of that heavy grit shit. I guess you could say watching me carve wands is magical. That was a horrible pun, but I went for it, you too. No, I'm straight, but most of these chicks ain't bad enough to roll with me. Oh. Well, these haters talk shit. I never heard none of the 7 girls I've had sex with complain. Shoot. I'm not even going to go down that road. We're focusing on the wands. It's definitely starting to form. Using a basic shell of a wand. The handle's good enough. I want to make sure that this wand part is a little bit thinner than the handle. It gives it that wand sort of look. Got a less rough grip to smooth it out. Make it extra nice and smooth. This grit's not as harsh as the last one. More making ASMR video. No bullshit. There we go. There's the shape of the wand. It's got a nice point. It's not too pointy, but it's pointy enough that you know what you're holding when you hold it up. Now I need that leather string and that glue. Now, an excellent glue to use on your wands is this Gorilla all-purpose clear drying glue. It dries clear. It gives you a more authentic look. After some basic sanding, We have a wand shell minus the color and the handle. I mean, just this alone would qualify as a wand, but to make it look as nice as the one I showcased at the beginning of the video, take this leather string, and to form the handle, we'll start with the knot. Right there. Nope, get in there, you bastard. YouTube's new setup for the live videos makes this so easy. Just about as convenient as Facebook Live, but which is nice, but I can't just willy-nilly bust into random songs, otherwise I get copyright management strikes, so I guess the live videos can only go so far, which is understandable. Now that I've tied that knot around there, I'm going to form this handle with this leather string. You get like two wands at the same time in cycles. So like, well, one's drying, the other one's drying, you know what I'm saying? Trying to speed up production of said product. So right now, I'm forming the handle for this wand. That should be enough leather string for that handle. Back that shit back up. And then again, we're going to retie that knot that we tied at the beginning down just like that. Pull it nice and tight. A little knot right there with that string sticking out right there. Right there. That's where we're going to put our super glue at, ladies and gents. Before we do anything, oh shit, I forgot to put the black paint on it, son of a bitch. I should have put the black paint on it first. It's all right. Normally, if you wanted to make a black handle for this, you put the black paint on first before I put the handle. Shit. Messed up that process now, didn't I? It's all right. Not my first fuck up of the evening, I assure you. This wand will still look fine when it's done. Take some of this clear drying Gorilla Glue. I can spray paint this entire handle black before I do the other half of it, so it's not really a concern as long as it'll look fine when I spray paint it. It's just there's going to be sections of the handle where it's not painted, and that's why I should paint it before I add the handle. It's all right. It's all right. And I really don't want to take the handle off after I just tightened it on there because that's cumbersome to reattach it. So fuck it. Put some glue right there, and I'll spray paint it black this time, but next time you spray paint this half black, whatever other half color you want, let it dry, and then you wrap your handle, glue it, and podge it. Instead of, you know, that's all right, YouTube, no worries. This will still be a gorgeous wand in the batch. It's just next time I go to carve another wand out. I had a process I started to figure out going. At least I got 2 wands in the making. So that's the silver lining. Looks like this bottle of clear dry Gorilla Glue is just about seeing its last couple of bites, squirts, whatever you want to call it. I'm rotating the handle and basically trying to, yeah, there we go. Put the Gorilla Glue right there. You see where it's dripping off that handle. Get it in closer so I don't drip around the desk. I can see if we can't fit it on the vice clamp right quick. So I want to hold the handle in place on the vice clamp while it dries. This little bastard isn't quite dried on the Mod Podge just yet, but it's dry enough for the most part where I can Mod Podge the rest of it and stick it in place on the vice clamp next to this one. And I'll have 2 wands drying on said wand rack. And the time it took to carve that wand out. This bastard dried enough to where I can finish polishing it up and letting it dry. I mean, this part right here is dry enough I can handle it. The polish is dry enough where I can handle it with my hand. And it's not going to get everywhere, but you can see where it's still white. Eventually it dries clear. So I'm back to that wand I was working on at the beginning of the video. This one I managed to spray paint the handle and the wand itself before adding the handle, which is what I meant to do with the other one, but that's all right. It'll still be a good looking wand to the addition. I'm not worried about it. Just as long as I know now and next time, of course, you know, as long as I'm getting these fuckers done, because my fans are anxious to get their hands on these. How many fans are kicking themselves because they missed out on the first batch? They're like, yo. I managed to make it so I can get 2 wands at a time drying and in process. So I'm going to polish the second half of this wand handle. This is going to dry and this will seal to itself, make it nice and shiny. Get that nice Cobra Craft wand feel to it. And when I said wand making ASMR, I don't think I was bullshitting, to be honest, but one little mistake ain't shit. It'll still look good when it's done, so I went one step ahead of myself on that, and I didn't want to unwrap the handle, so I'm like, you know what, just get it on there. And that's how I made the wands in my first batch, but it looks a lot better when you spray paint it before you handle it. There we go. That's about semi-dry. I got the second half of this handle podged. So it'll dry nice and shiny, just like the first two in the batch, or first three, I should say. Do some MacGyvering so that both these wands can dry at the same time on the same clamp. There we go. Perfect spot for drying on both of those. Excellent. Now that is about as far as I can go for this process for now. I got one wand that's almost done and another one that's just about halfway there. And again, you want to, if you want a fully black handle, you want to spray paint the handle before you add the leather to it and glue it. But I forgot that step on accident. No worries. You can still have a black handle when you spray paint it black, but I don't know. You save yourself some black spray paint on that deal. Let those wands dry. And while the wands dry, I can catch up on chat, see what people are saying. Not a whole lot, but that's what's up. People are still tuning in to watch this. I should save these for a burger or pizza. These are good chips, though. You know, this bag could use some help though. Now, two things. One, delicious cheesy snack while I wait for wands to dry in various process. Two, the first batch I took one at a time, and it made the production of the wand slower, but I found a way to make 2 wands at a time, or at least try to a degree. So that's 1 wand is just about done. There's another one on the clamp still drying in a different process. Most of these will be going on. I'll eat some of these, yeah, but I'll be saving these chips for like burgers and pizzas and stuff, but snacking on a couple of handfuls for YouTube, ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm about to do a nachos recipe with these chips for a cooking video. I'll do that later though. Definitely do that for a cooking video later. These great value nacho cheese chips are just as good as Doritos. Oh yeah, comparison, that's what's up. The last thing of chips that I had before this bag was the Pizza Pringle knockoff. And again, both these chips are just as good as their counterparts, so yeah. You want an example, YouTube? Take a look at these two wands that I finished for the batch. This one I spray painted the handle before adding the leather and such. This one has no color on it. I mean, the finished product looks pretty good if I do say so myself. Here's that crystal scepter I'm working on for the batch. That one's just about done drying on certain spots. It's dry enough I can handle it, but there's still chunks of it that are drying. The less Mod Podge you put on it, the quicker it dries, but the more you put on it, the more it protects it to a degree. So, yeah. On the inside of that hole is pretty much almost done drying clear. So the time it's taking me to finish all these other wands, this one's going to be done drying completely, and I can add all the other stuff I'm going to add to it. Of course, after getting 2 more wands up and ready for the batch, or at least working on it, getting to a point where I can get 2 more wands in the batch going. Stop and have some delicious sardines while we're waiting for it to dry. These sardines are soaked in soy sauce and hot green chili. Hell yeah. Spicy sardines, that's most definitely what's up, YouTube. If I could describe the taste of these sardines, a classic sardine taste, and that hot green chili is definitely giving it a nice, spicy, flavorful kick. It's not nearly as spicy as that fucking hamburger I ate earlier, or a couple of days ago, but yeah. It's spicy enough that I can still enjoy the sardine. Get my snack on while I'm working on wands, yo. That's what I'm saying, YouTube. Get my snack on while I'm working on the wands. Oop. Classic. I just spilled a bunch of the sardine juice on my pant leg. Strike 2, Cobra. Good shit, though. Strike 1 was forgetting a step on the wand making process. Strike 2, spilling the sardine juice. Yeah, shit happens, right? We're in an exceptionally good mood, I suppose. I'm making wands live on YouTube, making my life happen, man. But yes, chips and sardines. Talk about fish and chips. Ha ha ha. See what I did there? I made a pun. No, but also as though getting your snack on while you're working on some projects, you know. That's what it's all about, YouTube. Jack Daniels don't fuck around, man. I was drinking that shit with some homies earlier. We're breeding Phil to be more specific. With the cool cats. Now I got 2 cans of just straight flavor, and one of the cans is in my hand. The other can's in the fridge next to the mustard one. I might save the mustard one for a pizza that I'm doing. Maybe tomorrow night. Pull a little wedge of fish out. Look at that. Let's get a close-up of that sardine. Oh, yeah. You know, sardines are dank as shit. I don't care who you are. It's a good source of protein. And sardines are cheap as fuck, I'm just saying. Sardines are an acquired taste, really. If you're a fan of seafood, then you might like sardines. However, if you don't like seafood, then chances are you're not going to like sardines. All you cat lovers, check this out. If you got a cat, you can give them sardines. They'll be your best friend. But if you're getting sardines for your cat, might I suggest sardines and water? Nothing fancy flavor, just basic sardines and water. That's all you need. And then you mix it up with their cat food. Oh, yeah. You want to spoil the fuck out of your cat. That's a good way to do it. Cats love fish, and trust and believe, cats go crazy over sardines, which is understandable. This is oil-based. This is an oil-based sardine, so I'm not going to give this to a cat. Strictly because the oil-based sardines, excuse me. The oil-based sardines, it's fatty in content, which is bad for the cat's health in the long run. So, post AM snack. That'll do nicely. No, I'm not going to stay up all goddamn night waiting for those wands to dry just to show you the results, because that would be ridiculous. But a nice little quick hour-long, maybe almost 2-hour-long live stream. Just chilling out, making wands, snacking on some good eats, open a Mountain Dew, take a piss, but not necessarily in that order. Crafting some wands for my Cobra Craft wand business. Now, in an effort to redeem myself for that spicy pizza, I can make a hot mustard sardine pizza for YouTube. Not nearly as spicy as my cheeseburger video, but there you go. I want to avoid Carolina Reapers for the moment, because that first experience was enough to get some good views on YouTube. Get my feet wet in that pepper game, you know. But if you go ham on that spicy food, you can give yourself ulcers, and you don't want that, YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, this isn't just a wand making ASMR. No. It's more than just that. This is more than just a wand making ASMR. This is also giving you details on possible upcoming cooking videos, you know, that sort of thing. Giving you a little product review while we're waiting for the wands to dry. Perhaps a pinch of pipe tobacco while the wands cure and dry in stages. So by the time, and here's the thing, Slick, by the time the wands has gotten to the Mod Podge stage, it'll get to a point where both sections are so dry that you can stick the wand on a shelf and it won't get all over the place. It gets to a point where the wand is so dry that you can stick it on the shelf and the Mod Podge won't get all over the place. So maybe my next live stream, painting a wand. I'm not going to be up all night making a long-ass live stream. I just want to do something nice. Quick, simple. I mean, quick by my standards, of course. I mean, if y'all like the wand making live videos, hit that like button. If you like watching King Cobra make wands, subscribe for more. And if you think YouTube's awesome when it's not fucking up, if you think YouTube is awesome when it's not fucking up, keep coming back to YouTube and supporting this website for more awesome content. See, even if you're not a fan of my content, that's the beautiful thing about YouTube, is there's something for everybody to watch. You know, it's not the same boring content. There's a bazillion YouTubers providing different kinds of content and that sort of thing. Just a nice little random mixture. which keeps YouTube interesting. It's not the same 10 boring YouTubers over and over and over. You know what I'm saying? And so there's diversity to it. If you don't like someone's videos, then why watch them? There's a bunch of YouTubers I've never even heard of, and some of them, if I see like one of their videos and I'm like, it's not my style. I generally don't fuck with YouTubers I don't watch. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'll subscribe to YouTubers I watch. That's just how it is, you know? I can crush for my awesome wands and my awesome fans. And of course, all you peeps for tuning in this early in the morning for a wand making ASMR video. Yeah. Just you know, if you got a trash can and you throw your empty sardine cans away, make sure you got some trash on top of it. Otherwise, your trash gonna be smelling funky as shit. People are like, did you get done eating fish or something? Like, you could say that. After a night of drinking, I'm drinking water, and mostly water and a little bit of Mountain Dew to help my kidneys process the alcohol that I've consumed. Like this. The wand portion of that Mod Podge is almost done drying on the orange wand, so at least on one half of it. Now, the process that takes the longest out of carving these sort of things is, like I said, Asperger's talking shit again. No, but the process of making these wands comes into play when I'm waiting for them to dry. The drying process is in different stages. That's the most time-consuming part about making a wand. Like I said, it's not just a wand review. I mean, that's all cool and shit, but like, where's the, you know, where's the fun in, and just doing a wand crafting video and that's it. I mean, that's kind of cool, but where's the variety of entertainment? Because I'm waiting for the wands to dry. Now I'm doing product reviews, eating weird shit on camera, chit chatting with my fans early in the morning. So yes, there's a nice little appeal to it, I suppose. And while I wait for the wands to dry, I shall load a smoke. Fresh bowl of pipe tobacco while I wait for those wands to dry in stages, yes. Playboy Big, that's what's up. I'm getting pipe ash all over my face. There we go. That's gonna happen when you're smoking a pipe, or if you go to rub your eyes. You get makeup and pipe ash on your fucking fingers, and you know, you start playing with your goatee, and then that kind of stuff is bound to happen. Yes, I love watching a wand batch come together. It's just magnificent. I'm sure there's an audience for watching me craft these. Josh has had the same goal since he's 15. As far as you know, a lot of people support me, but I try not to pay attention to the comment section too much. You know what I'm saying? Damn, it's early as fuck in the morning, but there you go. A wand making ASMR video. Get out of here in a bit. Just wanted to drop by YouTube right quick and advertise the new batch of wands going up on Cobra Craft Wands. But there you have it, YouTube, a wand making ASMR video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you cool cobras on the next one. Why is it not letting me end the stream? Come on, you fucking bastard. No, don't quit on a fucking Chrome. Chrome stay open. You end the stream. Oh, this is great. I'm clicking the end stream button and YouTube is not letting me end it. Oh, this is great. So we can play this game. If I hit the X button on this window, I bet you it'll end it. Yes, I want to leave.